watching Arkansas Style on KARK.
I am at truly a magical place. I am at the Cosmetic and Laser Surgery Center of Dr. Suzanne Yee. I am joined by namesake Dr. Suzanne. Well, great to see you, honey.
It's great to see you. Thank you for coming out here.
Okay, well, I say it's a magical place because it really is. Can you give me kind of a cursory overview of some of the services that you provide here?
Well, we provide many services from surgical to non-surgical, and it's all to help everyone boost their confidence. So we do Botox, we do fillers, and then I'm in my little surgery space over there helping with doing facelifts and brow lifts and all these other things that's helping patients feel good about themselves.
You know, Suzanne, I appreciate that about you too, because a lot of people live and suffer in silence. They're unhappy with their bodies. They want something enhanced or changed. Aging gracefully isn't so graceful anymore. But today we're going to talk about really a life-changing procedure that you offer. What are we talking about today?
Well, we're talking about MiraDry today, and MiraDry is not a glamorous procedure, but it is a life-changing procedure. MiraDry is a procedure that uses microwave technology to destroy underarm sweat glands and odor glands, as well as decrease hair. And it's very efficacious and it's very safe, and over 500,000 procedures have been done over the years. And I've had so many patients that have been so happy because of this treatment.
Yeah, I mean, folks at home, when we talk about regaining your confidence, I mean, imagine if you're suffering with underarm perspiration that is excessive, or odor, and of course, unsightly hair. You know, this procedure is something that can really help that, and very quickly too, yes?
Yes, it is a procedure. The patient will come in and then they will numb, then we mark the area, and then we perform the treatment. It takes about an hour to an hour and a half. And what it uses is microwave technology to target those odor and sweat glands, and it treats the root of the cause. There are a lot of treatments out there that just treat the symptoms, like Botox, deodorants, and wipes that are only effective for a short period, and then you have to get them done again. But this is a permanent solution.
Okay, so your patient Kira is having this treatment done, and tell me a little bit about some of your service providers here.
Well, Brianna is an RN, and she has performed the treatment for several years, and she's actually had the treatment. And she knows how effective it is. And so we have another RN that also does the treatments, and they numb the area with local medication. And then after that, they mark the area, and then they do the treatment as Brianna is doing here. And you can see it's very, very comfortable.
I mean, Kira almost has a slight smile on her face, probably because she's looking forward to those results. How quickly do you turn around and notice some changes?
It's actually pretty immediate. As soon as you have the treatment, they notice that their sweat and odor has decreased quite considerably, and they just have some swelling. They may have a little bruising, maybe a little bit of knotting underneath the skin, but that all resolves. But they can go back to work if they want. And we ask patients not to do any vigorous activity for maybe 2 or 3 days, but then they can go back to their regular exercise routine after that.
Suzanne, I mean, really, it's incredible. And again, when we talk about life-changing and giving people their confidence back, you know, if you are suffering with something like this, worrying about going to a job interview or a first date or a high school reunion, this eliminates all of that in, what, 2 simple procedures?
2 simple procedures. You'll notice it after the first procedures, and some patients won't come back and get their second procedure. They may not want to if they feel that it's effective enough, but optimal results are after 2 treatments. And we wait about 3 months between treatments.
Fantastic. Well, we have a happy patient who is fully recovered and living with the results. Let's go meet him, shall we? Okay. Well, do you want to know exactly what MiraDry can do for you? Well, how about a happy patient? I am joined by Ben Derrick, who is living with the benefits and the results. Well, how has been your experience?
Well, it's been amazing. I mean, I go without sweating now. I used to have just these giant sweat stains. I'd have to wear multiple layers, special under t-shirts just to cover it up, changing multiple times a day. And now, I mean, it's it's dry as a bone. It's awesome.
Isn't that incredible? I mean, suffering in silence and living with that, you know, what a miracle to be able to have a procedure like this. You know, how has it helped your confidence? Because Dr. Yee really, you know, strives to do this with her medical practice.
It's been tremendous. I wish I knew about this. Well, I wish it existed when I was a lot younger. That's kind of when the problem started. I'd be in high school and just have these huge sweat stains, and you know, it'd get made fun of, and so I just had to learn to kind of live with it or figure out a way around it. But now it's like, it's no problem at all. I can go to work, I can go to dinner and just wear a regular old shirt and not have to worry about any sweat stains. It's been very helpful for my confidence, I feel like.
I am so happy to hear this story and how many millions of people who suffer with this. Okay, so let's kind of break down the actual treatment, how it felt, and your recovery time, and what people can expect.
So as far as the treatment goes, I mean, Dr. Yee's staff is amazing. They were very good at explaining everything to me, and they numb you. So that's the scariest part, is the needles. But they numb you, and then once they start the procedure, you really don't feel anything. They put a tattoo on you so they can guide the machine. But it just kind of goes. It plays a fun song while it goes. It's kind of neat. But it's only about an hour long, and you just put some ice packs on, take some ibuprofen for a couple days, and the swelling goes down, and I mean, it's immediate results. So there was no sweat or anything directly afterwards. And then there was an option to do a second procedure just to further keep the sweat and everything away. And I opted to go ahead and do that because there was just a little bit of sweat still coming through, and I was like, I want it to be all the way gone. So we did that, and it was the same thing, about an hour long, and they took real good care of us. My wife was in there with me the whole time, just talking and everything, so it was very comfortable. There's no pain, really.
What an absolute miracle. So you mentioned a tattoo. I assume it's removable and that there's no scarring or trace effects?
Yeah, so it's just like a little temporary tattoo that kind of guides the machine where to go, but it just kind of wears off after a few days, really.
Wow, and all you're left with is no sweating and no odor. Well, what an incredible procedure. Well, Brent, thanks for sharing your story.
Absolutely. I'm grateful to be here.
Yeah. Well, I encourage you to give Dr. Suzanne Yee a call. If you're struggling with your confidence, especially with underarm sweating and odor, please come check out Dr. Suzanne Yee's Laser and Cosmetic Surgery Center. Now, don't go anywhere. Ed Abi Habib is here next with the scoop on Sullivan's exclusive holiday offers, including $5 off select tequila cocktails and a burger deal you won't want to miss. Stick around. You're watching Arkansas Style.